In 586 BCE, the Babylonians invaded Jerusalem and destroyed the temple, the house of God. And then they forced the Israelites to live in captivity, making them live in a foreign land. And this was far different than going off to summer camp. They had to leave everything important to them about home. And because the temple was destroyed, they wondered and questioned whether God was still with them. Had God been defeated when the temple had been destroyed? And then they lived there for about 50 years until Cyrus of Persia invaded Babylon, and the Israelites were free to return home. But 50 years is a long time. There were those who were forced to leave Israel who lived the remainder of their days in a foreign land. But then there were children born to the Israelites living in Babylon, and that was the only home they ever knew. Many commentators think that this middle section of Isaiah, which we read this morning, was written during this time when they were traveling back home. But for those children born in Babylon, they had only heard stories about the temple, and Israel did not feel like home to them. That they were not sure. They wanted to leave the only place they had ever known. But then again, our faith invited them and us to change, which is not always easy. The change can sound real exciting. A new town, a new job, meeting new people, a brand new start. But then it turns out to be rather hard. It's like on a whim that we decide to move all the furniture around in the house, putting it in new places, switching it from this place to that place, and it feels brand new. It's exciting. Until that night when you get up and it's dark and you're trying to find the bathroom and you break your toe on the couch because it's not where it's supposed to be. Change is not always easy. Which is why the prophet Isaiah, in the midst of this change, is trying to offer the people reassurance that God will guide them. God will go with them. That we hear this reassurance over and over again in Isaiah, where in chapter 40 it says, "Have you not known? Have you not heard? The Lord is the everlasting God, the creator of the ends of the earth. God does not faint or grow weary. God's understanding is unsearchable. God gives power to the faint and strengthens the powerless." Or in chapter 43, "Do not fear, for I have redeemed you. I have called you by name. You are mine." Or as we read this morning, chapter 42, "Here is my servant, whom I uphold, my chosen, in whom my soul delights. I have put my spirit upon him. He will bring forth justice to the nations." That Isaiah is speaking about God doing something new and offering us the assurance that God will guide us, hold us, and carry us. That it is a very old promise. And as we stand here in these first steps of a new year, we have this same assurance, knowing that there will be new things in front of us, because there always are. But oftentimes, what is new is found in what is old. God's love is as old as time, and yet it continues to create something new. So we can go looking for what is new in what is old. Things as old as hope, commitment, and mercy. Where in these steps of a new year, we can try to widen our definition of who our neighbor is. We can seek reconciliation with an old friend. We can carve out some more time for those closest to us, or we can begin to ask, what does this mean for the poor and the vulnerable? And we find strength for what is new through what is old, beginning or ending each day with the practice of prayer, or sitting in this room with the family of faith as we worship, or listening for the ways of Jesus in the pages of the Gospels, or asking, how does this table change all of our other tables? That in this new year, we can lean into an old promise that God will guide us, hold us, and carry us. And on this day where we ordain deacons, we are thankful to them as they constantly remind us that what is new is found in what is old.